Hello everybody, my name is ISLOM and I'm the student of Gulistan Presidential School. In that video, I will show you how to solve Cambridge IGCSE Chemistry Paper 2 multiple choice questions. And I choose past paper which is 0620, paper 23, October, November, and the year is 2023. This paper has 40 questions, but we'll solve half of them, means 20 questions. Okay, let's start. A sample of a gas occupies 340 cm³ at room temperature and pressure. The temperature and pressure are both increased, but the volume occupied by the gas remains 340 cm³. And the question is, which row describes what happens to the particle speed and the average distance between the particles in the gas when the temperature and pressure are both increased? Okay, the temperature is increased. It means kinetic energy of particles are also increased, and it refers to the particle speed is increased. We should remove the answers A and B. And volume occupied by the gas remains same. So average distance between particles are remain unchanged. So the correct answer is C. The second question. Which statements about the rate of diffusion of the gases ammonia, carbon monoxide, nitrogen, and oxygen are correct? First of all, we should find their molecular mass, and ammonia has a formula NH3, carbon monoxide CO, nitrogen N2, oxygen O2. Okay, ammonia has a molecular mass of 17, and carbon monoxide has a molecular mass and it is 28. Nitrogen has also 28, and oxygen has 32. Nitrogen and carbon monoxide will diffuse at the same rate. Yes, of course, they have the same molecular mass, so it's correct. Oxygen will diffuse slowest because it's an element, whereas the others are compounds. It's wrong because oxygen is not element. So it's incorrect. Ammonia will diffuse fastest. It's correct because it has the smallest molecular mass. So the second is incorrect. So we should remove the A and B and A and D. And first is not only correct statement. So the correct answer is B. Third question. The structure of an atom of element X is shown. The question is, what is element X? Okay, it has 5 electrons, 5 protons, and 6 neutrons. And we should use periodic table of the elements to find this question's answer. And we should find the element which has 5 protons, and I think it's boron. The correct answer is A. First question. Which statement explains why isotopes of an element has the same chemical reactions? Okay, we should pay attention to the word same chemical reactions. And so we should look at the bonding of elements depend on outer shell electrons of the element. So the correct answer is C. Fifth question. Magnesium reacts with oxygen to form magnesium oxide. What happens magnesium atoms and oxygen atoms during this reaction? Okay, electron configuration of magnesium is 282, and the electron configuration of oxygen is 26. To form magnesium oxide, both elements should be stable. For that, magnesium should lose 2 electrons and oxygen should gain 2 electrons. So the correct answer is the sixth question. Which row about the properties of both diamond and silicon for oxide is correct? Conductor of electricity. We know that both of them cannot conduct electricity, so we should remove the answer A and B. And both of them are giant covalent compounds, so the correct answer is C. Next question. The equation represents the reaction between solid magnesium oxide and dilute hydrochloric acid to form magnesium chloride and water. And the question is, which row shows the state symbols for the hydrochloric acid, magnesium chloride, and water? Hydrogen chloride, chloride is dilute. You should remove C and D. Water should be in liquid form, so both answers have liquid form of water, and magnesium chloride is forming in the water, so it should be aqueous. So the correct answer is A. Eighth question. Which substance is a mixture? Water is a compound, oxygen is an element, and graphite also compound. So the correct answer is A. Air is a mixture of different gases. The number of moles of atoms X, Y, and Z in a compound are shown. Okay, moles. First of all, we should write their moles by the seconds. Okay, and we should divide all of them by the smallest amount of moles, and it is 0.3. and we will get 2, and from Y we will get 4, and we will get 1 from Z. So the correct answer is D. 2x for Y and 1Z. 10th question. 1 mole of silver nitrate contains 1.2 multiplied by 10 power 24 ions. How many ions are there in 0.25 mole of iron 3 oxide? And we have the formula for that. To find number of ions, we should find the all ions of the compound, and iron 3 oxide has 3 minus 2 ions and 2 plus 3 ions, and uh, it has 5 ions. If we add 2, 3 and 2, we will get 5, and we should multiply 5 by Avogadro's constant, and at the end we should multiply it by the mole of compound. Let's calculate it. Okay, 5 multiplied by 3.02 multiplied by 0.25, and we will get 7.5 multiplied by 10 power 23. So the correct answer is C. 11th question. Concentrate aqueous magnesium bromide is electrolyzed using carbon electrode. Which equations represent the reactions occurring at each electrode? First of all, we should write both electrodes, cathode and anode. And also we should write their ion. Cathode is negative and anode is positive. Okay, so to cathode only positive ions go, so we should remove negative ions from negative electrode. Okay, let's remove B and C. And we have 2 ions for cathode. They are OH minus and bromine minus. And we have, oh, I'm sorry. 11th question. Concentrated aqueous magnesium bromide is electrolyzed using carbon. The question is which equation represents the reactions occurring at each electrode? Positive electrode is anode and negative electrode is cathode, and there will not be positive ions in anode and will not form negative ions in cathode. So let's remove B and C. And in the cathode there may be hydrogen ions or magnesium ions, and in the anode there will be OH ions or bromine ions. and magnesium is more reactant than hydrogen, so magnesium remains in the uh, container. So let's remove magnesium, and it's concentrated aqueous magnesium bromide. So OH ions remain in the container. So the correct answer is A. Bromine gas will form as the anode, and hydrogen gas will form as a cathode. And the next question is, aqueous copper 2 sulfate is electrolyzed using carbon electrodes. Which statement is correct? Let's write the name of electrodes: cathode minus and anode plus. Okay, uh, at, at the cathode there will be maybe copper, uh, copper, or there will be hydrogen. The anode there will be SO4 minus or OH minus. Okay, copper is less reactant than hydrogen, so hydrogen remains at the container, and copper will form at the cathode, and it's aqueous, so there will be oxygen ions. So let's remove SO4, and copper is formed at the cathode, so C is incorrect. Bubbles of oxygen gas are formed at the cathode. Oxygen will form at the anode, so this answer is also incorrect. Bubbles of hydrogen gas are formed at the anode. No, there will be oxygen gas, so A is also incorrect. The only answer is D, and it's correct. The blue color of the solution fades in that reaction. And the next question, when water is added to anhydrous iron 3 chloride, hydrated iron 3 chloride is formed and energy is given out, so it's isothermic. Which reaction pathway diagram represents the formation of anhydrous iron 3 chloride in the reverse reaction? Reverse reaction is endothermic. So in the reverse reaction, there should be um, um, that substance in the reactant. So let's remove A and C, and it's endothermic reaction, so the energy change should be positive. It means the product should be in higher level, so the correct answer is B. Ethane reacts with hydrogen. The equation is shown. The bond energies are shown. And the question is, what is the energy change for the reaction? First of all, you should know the structure of C2H4. It should be like this, and there should be 4 hydrogen. I think you got it, and there will be hydrogen bond, and in the product side, their structure should be like this. There will be 6 hydrogen atoms, and first of all, you should know the number of bonds, and there are 4 CH bond, in the right hand part, and 1 C carbon-carbon double bond, and 1 hydrogen-hydrogen double bond. And in the product side, there are 6 CH bond, and 1 carbon-carbon single bond. Okay, now let's calculate energy change. Bond energy of CH is 410, and we should multiply it by 6, and we should add bond energy of carbon-carbon single bond, and it is 350, and we will get 2810. And let's calculate energy of bond of reactant part. There are 4 carbon-hydrogen bond, and 1 carbon-carbon double bond, and 1 hydrogen-hydrogen bond, and it's 436. We will get 2000, and we'll get 2686. And let's subtract 2810 from 2886, and we will get minus 124 So the answer is B. B answer is correct. 15th question. Statements about 4 different acids are listed. That solution of hydrochloric acid has a pH of 2, and the solution of ethanoic acid has pH of 3.4. Hydrobromic acid is strong acid. Ethanoic acid is slightly stronger acid than trimethyl ethanoic acid. What are the pH values of that molon decimeter cube hydrobromic acid and this mole and decimeter cube trimethyl ethanoic acid? Okay. Hydrobromic acid is strong acid, so its pH should be lower, and we should remove C and D. Acid is slightly stronger acid than trimethyl ethanoic acid, so it should be um, higher or equal to 3.4, and we have 3.5, and the correct answer is B. And next question is, anhydrous cobalt 2 chloride is blue and turns pink when water is added. How is the reaction is reversed? The only way to reverse this reaction is to heat it to lose water particles. The correct answer is C. The reaction between hydrogen and nitrogen is reversible. The forward reaction is exothermic, which change to conditions would increase the yield of ammonia. Add a catalyst. Adding a catalyst cannot increase the yield of ammonia because the catalyst is already added. So we say we cannot change it because it's an exothermic reaction. C. They have 4 mole of gases and 2 mole of gases in the product side. If we increase the pressure, we will shift the equilibrium to the right, so the correct answer is B, because the mole of NH3 gases are smaller than the nitrogen and hydrogen gases. 18th question. Ethanol can be turned into ethanoic acid by passing it over hot copper 2 oxide. What is this type of reaction? It's not precipitation reaction, so let's remove A. It's not neutralization reaction because there is no base and acid. It's redox reaction because we can see there is a loss of oxygen, and so the copper is reducing in that reaction by losing oxygen and gaining electron, so it's an redox reaction. The correct answer is B. The next question. When heated strongly, silicon 4 oxide reacts with carbon. Which term describes what happens to silicon 4 oxide? Silicon 4 oxide is reducing oxygen, so there is a reduction. So the correct answer is D. Which statement about aqueous weak acids is correct? A is incorrect, because weak acids are not always dilute aqueous solutions. Weak acids dissociate fully in aqueous solutions. It's also wrong because not weak acids, strong acids dissociate fully in aqueous solution. And C is also wrong because when a weak acid is added to blue litmus paper, it should change its color to the red. And the only answer is D. That's all.